Hi guys, so now we're back again with another video about our discussion in the S.R.W.E reading course. Um, so in the past videos, I have talked about the chapter 10 and chapter 11, which is the LAN security concepts and the switch security configuration. Now in chapter 12, we will now be talking about the WLAN concepts. Now, first off, when we hear the word WLAN, what comes first in our minds? So, the first thing that comes into my mind is Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and other connection, the internet. Uh, basta, all of the things that uh, connected to the network without using a wire. So, what is the benefits of using a wireless LAN? It is commonly used in homes, office, and campus environments. Uh, there are many different network infrastructures that provide network access, such as wired LANs, service provider networks, and cell phone networks. But the main benefit of the WLAN is that it makes mobility possible within the home and business environments. So it provides flexibility and portability of your devices. Now, what are the types of wireless networks? So we have the WPAN, or the Wireless Personal Area Network. So what is the WPAN? So the WPAN uses low-powered transmitters for a short-range network, usually 20 to 30 feet. So the best example for this are Bluetooth and Zigbee-based devices. Those WPANs are based on the 802.15 standard and the 2.4 gigahertz radio frequency. So we have our updated cell phones, modern cell phones that uses WPAN, which is our Bluetooth. But in our society today, the Bluetooth, or in our modern times, Bluetooth was a huge help back in the day when there are no apps or there are no sharing apps on the market that provides faster transfer connection to another device. Now we have Share-it, we have Google Drive, those kind of things. They're faster. Uh, they're faster than the Bluetooth sharing. Now we have the WLAN, or the most common, or the wireless LAN. This uses transmitters to cover a medium-sized network. Usually it is up to 300 feet. So these WLANs are more suitable in a home, office, and a campus environment. So they are based on a 802.11 standard. So what commonly uses the WLAN? So we have our smart TVs, our cell phones, our laptops, our wireless printers, and other things that is home-based or in a home environment. Now, another type of wireless network is the WMAN, or the wireless MAN, or uh, or those in the metropolitan area. So they use transmitters to provide wireless service over a larger geographic area. They're suitable for providing wireless access to a metropolitan city or specific district. Example of this are antennas. There are antennas on top of buildings where we have towers, cell phone towers, like that. The most the most familiar one is the PLDT tower. Now we have the WW1 or W1, or the wireless wide area networks. When we talk about wide area networks, covers an extensive geographic area. Now we have the wireless technology. So in our world today, everything is becoming wireless. Like your devices, they don't need to connect to the LAN port, or you don't need wired connections to connect to the internet. Now we have the Bluetooth. There are two types of Bluetooth radios, like the Bluetooth low energy and the Bluetooth basic rate enhanced rate. So what are example of Bluetooth devices? We have our mobile phones. Now we have the this one, the wireless earphones. Then we have wireless mouses, wireless keyboards, and other things like that. And now, and another wireless technology is the WiMAX. So what is the WiMAX? This is also called the worldwide interoperability for the microwave access. It is an alternative to broadband wired net internet connections, competing with DSL and cable. However, it is typically used in areas that are not yet connected to a DSL or a cable provider. It uses a network of WiMAX towers that are similar to cell phone towers. Next off, we have the cellular broadband. The cellular 4G and 5G are wireless mobile networks primarily used by cellular phones but can be used in automobiles, tablets, and laptops. So our cellular broadband, for example, personally, I use a Globe LTE SIM or TM LTE SIM, sorry, Globe LTE SIM that provides a better connection or better or faster connection than my connection at home, which is the DSL. And this is a great uh, advantage for those people who have no internet connections, because it can provide the same speed that the average or the average home user home DSL can provide. So now we have the satellite broadband. Provides network access to remote sites through the use of a directional satellite dish. This is aligned within a specific geostationary Earth orbit satellite. So it is up there in our atmosphere. We cannot we cannot see it with our naked eye, but believe me, it's there, providing us networks to connect to other people from around the globe. Now we have the 802.11 standards. So the world of wireless communications is vast. However, for the particular job-related skills of networking, we want to focus on specific aspects of the Wi-Fi. Because the Wi-Fi is also a part of our network, not only those LANs or VLANs. Other than that, so they are connected, but we need to pay attention to Wi-Fi also. Now, in our various implementations of the IEEE 802.11 have developed over the years. We have 802.11, 11A, 11B, 11G, 11N, 11AC, and 11AX. Now, we have the radio frequencies. So, what are the frequency bands that are allocated to 802.11? The 2.4 gigahertz and the 5 gigahertz frequencies. So, we can commonly see it in our routers or our modem-based routers. For the fiber, the PLDT fiber has it, providing dual band connection. Now we have there are three wireless standard organizations that supports the WLAN. Those are the ITU, the IEEE, and the Wi-Fi Alliance. Now, to power, I mean, to we need to remember uh the WPAN or the WPAN uses low powered transmitters for short ranges. And the WLAN is specified in the IEEE 802.11 for the 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz radio frequencies. Then we have the Bluetooth, which is a standard that uses a device pairing process to communicate. And we have the ITUR, which is responsible for the allocating radio frequencies. Now let's talk about the WLAN components. So these are what composes the WLAN. We have the wireless NIC, wireless network interface card. Uh, we use this with the end devices with wireless NICs and the network device such as a wireless router or wireless AP. So to communicate wirelessly, laptops, tablets, smartphones, and even the latest automobiles include integrated wireless NICs. But many wireless devices that we are familiar with do not have visible antennas and they are embedded inside smartphones, the laptops, and the wireless home routers. So talking about wireless home router. So the wireless home router is a type of infrastructure device that an end device associates and authenticates. It varies based on the size and requirement of the WLAN. For example, using a small wireless router. So we have the wireless access point, switch, and router. Now talking about the wireless access points, uh, while we have the range extenders that we plug in to extend the range of our Wi-Fi, for example, that your router cannot cover your whole house, then we use a Wi-Fi range extender to reach certain areas in our house that we need internet connection to. So we have but now we have the wireless access points. While range extenders are easy to set up and configure, the best solution would be to install another wireless access point to provide dedicated wireless access to the user devices. So this is like connecting the main router to another access point so that the users in the first router will not be affected by the end. Using wireless access points also extends the range of our Wi-Fi connection. So there are type of AP categories. You have the autonomous APs and controller based APs. Excuse me. So wireless antennas. So the wireless antennas are commonly seen in routers and modems. So we have the omnidirectional antennas. Uh, these provide a 360-degree coverage and are ideal in houses, open office areas, conference rooms, and outside areas. And now we have the directional antennas. They focus the radio signal in a given direction, and it enhances a signal from the AP in the direction that the antenna is pointing, and this provides a stronger signal strength in one direction and reduced signal strength in all other directions. Now we have the MIMO antennas or the multiple input, multiple output. It uses multiple antennas to increase available bandwidth for the IEEE 802.11 and ACAX wireless networks. Okay, so now we have the 802.11 wireless topology modes, the ad hoc mode, the infrastructure mode, and the tethering. An ad hoc mode, this is when two devices connect wirelessly in a peer-to-peer manner without using APs or wireless routers. And then the infrastructure, this is when wireless clients interconnect via a wireless router or AP, such as in the WLANs. The tethering is a variation of the ad hoc topology. It is when a smartphone or tablet with cellular data access is enabled to create personal hotspot. Boss pa hotspot. Ganun ang kadalasan. Now we have the BSS and the ESS. The BSS consists of a single APIC interconnecting all associated wireless clients. Now, the ESS is when a single BSS provides insufficient coverage. Two or more BSS can be joined through a common distribution system into an ESS. An ESS is the union of two or more BSS, by the way. Now we have the frame structure of the 802.11. So the 802.11 wireless frames contains the frame control, the duration, The address 1, address 2, address 3, sequence control, address 4, payload, and FCS. Um, the frame control identifies the type of wireless frames and contains subfields for protocol version, the frame type, the address type, the power management, and the security settings. The duration, basically, it indicates the remaining duration needed to receive the next frame transmission. The address 1 usually contains the MAC address of receiving wireless device. The address 2 contains the transmitting wireless device. The address of transmitting wireless device. The address 3 contains the MAC address of the destination, such as the router interface. The sequence control contains information to control sequencing. And the address 4 usually missing because it is only used in the ad hoc mode. The payload contains the data for transmission. The FCS is used for layer 2 error control. Now we have the CSMA, CA, or the collision avoidance. Uh, so the wireless client listens to the channel to see if it is idle, which means that it senses no other traffic is currently on the channel. It sends a ready to send message to the AP. It receives a clear to send message from the AP. If the wireless client does not receive a CTS message, it waits a random amount of time before restarting the process. After it receives the CTS, it transmits the data. All transmissions are acknowledged. So we have the wireless and AP association. We have the SSID, the password, the network mode, the security mode, the channel settings. The SSID appears in the list of available networks on a client, or the username of the router. We have the password. This is required for the wireless client to connect or to authenticate to the IP. The network mode refers to the 802.11 ABG and ACADW LAN standards. The security mode refers to the security parameter settings such as the WEP, WPA, WPA2, uh, the password or the password, like that. The channel settings refers to the frequency bands used to transmit wireless data. So I have the passive and active discover mode. The passive mode, the APS openly advertises its service by periodically sending broadcast beacons when containing the SSID. It always uh, enables the SSID to be discoverable. In active mode, wireless client must know the name of the SSID. You cannot just connect or discover it or search for the SSR or look for the SSID in the list of available networks. You have to input it manually. So we have the CAPWAP operation. The CAPWAP or the control and provisioning of wireless access points. CAPWAP is based on the LWAPP but adds additional security with datagram transport layer security. The DTLS encryption. So first, the DTLS is a protocol which provides the security between the AP and the WLC. The DTLS is enabled by default to secure the CAPWAP control channel. So we have the Flex Connect APs. There are two modes in this operation. The connected mode and the standalone mode. In the connected mode, the WLC is reachable. In the standalone mode, it is not reachable or unreachable. Next, we have the channel management. The frequency channel saturation. So when we talk about it, wireless LAN devices have transmitter and receiver tuned to specific frequencies of radio waves to communicate. Okay, so we have the DSSS or the direct sequence spread spectrum. This is a modulation technique designed to spread the signal over a larger frequency band. Now we have the FHSS or frequency hopping spread spectrum. This relies on spread spectrum methods to communicate. We have the OFDM, or the orthogonal frequency uh, orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. This is a subset of frequency division multiplexing in which a single channel uses multiple subchannels on adjacent frequencies. About channel selection, the best practice for WLAN requiring multiple APs is to use non-overlapping channels. Okay? It is to provide the interference of the signal. Now, there are lots of WLAN threats, just like the LAN threats. Okay? So, we have the, what kind of attacks? The interception. There are threats, I mean, not attacks. Well, they have attacks, but interference or set threats are more appropriate to use. We have the interception of data. So what intercepts data? This is the what causes interception of data. I mean, the other wireless devices that can intercept the signal of our network, like putting the router to microwaves, next to microwaves, next to televisions. It intercepts the data. Next up, we have the wireless intruders. These are unauthorized users attempting to access the network. We have the DOS attack. Access to WLAN services can be compromised accidentally or maliciously. Or the DOS attacks are sending swarms of packets or legal packets or swarm of zombies to alter the network. Now we have the rogue access points. A rogue API is an API or wireless router that has been connected to a corporate network without explicit authorization and against corporate policy. It is good and it is not recommended, and it is secured. Ah, just because the company know. Yeah. So we have the man in the middle attack. The hacker is positioned in between two legitimate entities in order to read or modify the data that passes between the two parties. So it's just there, waiting for the signal or waiting for the opportunity to attack your network. Now, to secure WLANs, we need to cloak, or what we call the SSID cloaking. The wait. So the SSID cloaking is it allows the SSID beacon frame to be disabled, as shown in some networks or companies that uses have their own networks to, so it will not be discoverable and not be uh, uh, we call this a victim of hacking. So what happens here is uh, they just disable the SSID broadcast. MAC address filtering, an administrator can manually permit or deny clients wirelessly based on their physical MAC hardware address. So we can see it in our routers named as parent control. Open system authentication and shared key authentications are two types of authentication introduced with the original 802.11 standard. Now we have the shared key authentication methods. So these are the WEP, WPA, WPA2, WPA3. This requires the password of our network or WLAN. To authenticate a home user, there are several methods using the WPA2. Personal and enterprise. Personal intended for home or small offices. Enterprise intended for enterprise networks. Enterprise networks. Yeah, like that. So there are encryption methods. Temporary key integrity protocol. This is the encryption used by the WPA. It supports for legacy WLAN equipment by addressing the original flaws. Now we have the advanced encryption standard. Hey! I'm running out of breath. I'm sick. It is the encryption method used by the WPA2. Okay, so thank you. Let us see each other again in the next video.